Joe Zikas from YoChicago.com. I'm at CA23 with Zev Solomon from the Belgravia Group. Great looking space here, Zev.
It is. It's good to have you. It's good to have you at yet another project this year that we've been able to acquire, and hopefully we'll have the same success as we have had recently finishing this one off.
And you've followed the same path of slashing prices when you've taken over.
We have. This is a project where we were able to acquire the remaining 11 units in the building that were never sold at a substantial discount, and are able to offer them to our purchasers at a substantial discount to the market highs of a couple of years ago, to the tune of about 30%.
What are the ceiling heights here? They're high. They're
over 11 feet, which are substantially higher than I think anything you're going to find new construction today, other than the top of the Trump building. But they're indicative of the sensitivity to detail that this building really exemplifies. Everything in here is thoughtful in a way that we haven't seen in other projects. You know, you're looking at a kitchen which has far more European sensibility than a lot of developer projects do. Fisher & Paykel appliances, which are not common at this price point anywhere in the city. And again, indicative of a sensitivity to detail, design, aesthetics in a different way than has been done.
You brought the price down below $500 for a 3-bedroom.
We have. Our units, all of which are 3-bed, 2.5 bath, start at $484,900, which is a significant change from where we were just a couple years ago. This is one of our two secondary bedrooms. This one happens to be suited with the bath. We've set it up as an office because we recognize that people need that kind of flexible space, office, guest bedroom, den.
Terrific window heights too. And this is also a secondary bedroom?
Yeah, huge for secondary bedrooms. All of the spaces here are generous. Our hallways are generous, our ceiling heights are generous. We're in a 1,900 square foot, 3-bed, 2.5 bath. To put that in perspective, when we built the Chelsea townhomes down the street a couple years ago, we were selling 3-bed homes that were roughly 2,400 or 2,500 square feet. When you take out the staircases and the garages, which we include in the calculation of square footage, it's not terribly dissimilar to what we have here, if not less than what we have here.
And terrific privacy for the master suite back here. Looks like the European styling has been carried through into the master bath.
It has. It's there's a nice consistency throughout, where the exterior architecture of the building in many ways is carried through to the details and sensitivity on the inside. We're standing outside right now on the terrace of our model unit, which is approximately 600 square feet, private terrace. There are 5 of these units that we purchased. What's interesting in the sales of the building originally is that a lot of the interior units were sold, and we've been able to acquire a number of what are considered the most premier units, which still remain at our great pricing, which are the terrace level units and the penthouse level units. And what distinguishes obviously the terrace is these 600 square foot outdoor spaces, and what distinguishes the penthouses are extraordinary ceiling heights. In the living rooms, they vault to twice the height, so they go all the way up to 22 feet, which is essentially all glass, so quite spectacular. And in the bedrooms, they vault from 11 to about 13, so again, fairly dramatic.
What we have here is larger than many a city backyard, Jeff.
Yeah, it's larger than It's certainly larger than a typical single-family backyard. It's larger than a lot of condos we've built in the last few years. So it's a great complement to a great unit. In addition to the fact that the units all have a second exterior space in front, everything above this level has 2 outdoor spaces, a rear deck, which is larger than most balconies in modern apartments, modern condo buildings, and then the deck out on the front. One of the more unusual and probably best characteristics of these units is the private elevator. And when I mean private elevator, I mean it opens up right into your unit. So you have exclusive use and access to your unit right out of the lobby, which again is indicative of this sensitivity to quality and taste and sensibility that you just don't find elsewhere.